Ready to go for round one? We will certainly play first. I'd like to be somewhat aggressive in the deck. Ooh, yeah, I like this hand. This is pretty good. We get to have a Tragic slip up fairly early. We can Twisted Abomination to cycle if we really feel like it. And we also have Civic Wayfinder. Yeah, it's not amazing, but it's certainly not bad. We have all of our colors. Definitely looks good. We'll leave up the option for now. It's certainly possible that our opponent tries to pump it or something. I guess that, no, there's probably not really any pump spells. Things like Undying Rage are the ones that I'd really worry about. Oh, never mind. Alright, they're going to try and Reckless Charge it. Well, unfortunately, there is a tragic accident for this Mog in store. So blue-red playing Flashback, but it looks like they're an aggressive deck and not a Burning Vengeance deck, which is interesting. Normally, blue-red spells with Flashback would be more of a Burning Vengeance style deck. They play Faithless Looting and Desperate Ravings, things like that, trying to get down to a Burning Vengeance and kill you that way. Alright, let's get Deadbridge Shaman down, because I can actually block Keldon Marauders with that and feel pretty okay. Keldon Marauders is going to die anyways, but this can save me 3 damage, and it makes my opponent discard a card, plus I can Gravedigger it back into play, which certainly seems reasonable. Stop the Deadbridge Shaman from blocking. I'll trade with Fervent Cathar if my opponent attacks that. We need to just save ourselves some damage. We're trying to go for the long game, grindy value train, especially with Gravedigger and Twisted Abomination in our hand. Ooh, Timberwatch Elf? Oh, man. I need to get Timberwatch Elf down as soon as possible so I can start tapping it. Is it worth just skipping out on the value? Probably it is. We can play the Timberwatch. I mean, next turn I'll play Civic Wayfinder into Plague Witch, and then we have 4 Elves. We can give +4/+4 to a creature. That's pretty absurd. Let's attack for 5. More. Ooh, a gamble. What did they search for? I wonder. Discarded Borderland Marauder. I doubt that's what they searched for. Dragon Egg. Okay. I mean, that's annoying, but really not that bad. Yep. And down to 6. Opponent has the dragon token, but they can only hit us for 5, and we're at 15. I can't think of any board sweepers that are in just red here. Something like Siege Gang Commander can stabilize our opponent, because that gives them a lot of tokens. Beetleback Chief would be close. Reckless Charge it. I mean, I can't think of anything that does enough damage here. Yeah, okay. And our opponent just concedes the game. Fair enough. Yeah. Do not have the planes this time, but if we can get it, Zealous Persecution's kind of insane. Seems like it'd be pretty good against the opponent. And they have Fervent Cathar, at least. So we know there's at least one target. They probably have Mog War Marshals, too, things like that. I think Thornwheeled Archer into Shaman of the Pack seems more than strong enough to keep. Oh, wow. Very good draw from the opponent to get the Mountain. Get the white for Zealous Persecution. Sure. So let's go Thornwheeled Archer and then attack. And we'll leave up the Zealous Persecution. Although it's not something we're trying to use right away. We want to trade off this Shaman of the Pack and the Thornwheeled Archer pretty quickly so we can use Victimize and Gravedigger and just get a ton of value. I'm actually pretty okay with that. As long as we can actually trade it off. That's the thing. Pretty key point. Uh-oh. So, Faithless Looting. They probably get a Mountain so they can reuse that. They also did get Deep Analysis. So they can flash that back and kill Shaman of the Pack. I imagine that's what's happening here. Although, I can Zealous Persecution to save it. That seems pretty good, actually. Alright, Chain Lightning. Kill the Shaman of the Pack. And then Faithless Looting. Kill the Thornwheeled. But then I can victimize them both back to play, deal another 2 damage. This seems okay. Get 2 Slinger. Ah, that's pretty cool. Oh, wow. Okay. Get Gravedigger instead? That's a lot better for us. So sacrifice that. Get back the Thornwield. Shaman of the Pack deals 2 damage. All pretty cool. And yes, we will rebuy Thornwield. Yeah, Victimize can be a very real card. Really should another green here, because actually playing an elf after this Lysolana would be very nice. I am going to attack the Scarblade. It gives our opponent the chance to make a mistake and just block Mog Fanatic on this. Yeah. What they should do is what they're doing. They're going to block here. Before damage comes down, they'll sacrifice it and kill the Scarblade. This is what Burning Vengeance does. You get them low, and then they just sit there and win the game. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, we're just dead. 4 damage for every spell to get out of their graveyard is pretty backbreaking. There goes Lysolana. If we can get something like Twisted Abomination, we're very much in this game. Gravedigger. I can Gravedigger back Gravedigger and kind of chain those together. That's certainly reasonable. I'd like to get Shaman of the Pack back at some point, but it makes sense to just keep getting a recurring threat with Gravedigger for now. Alright, I'm just going to use the Gravedigger now then. And I like Shaman of the Pack to deal damage directly to our opponent, but I might want the Lysolana Huntmaster because it goes so wide around them. Plus I can play a Huntmaster right now. And possibly get our opponent to use the mana that direction. I don't know. Maybe maybe it was better to get Shaman because then I can hold up Tragic Slip. If our opponent does kill something, we can Tragic Slip the wall. I'm just thinking I can go wide if they don't kill the Huntmaster. But they can kill Huntmaster. They have Firebolt in their graveyard. Firebolt on Gravedigger, and both Burning Vengeance is on Lysolana Huntmaster. Yeah. Yeah, I think that I made a big mistake there. I think I should have just gotten the... Shaman of the Pack, dealt my opponent down to 5, and then just killed this Glacial Wall. Ooh. Alright. That is a card. Could have held on to the, Rancor a little longer. Rancor on Twisted Abomination would be good. That regeneration is very important currently. I'm certainly blocking Keldon Marauders at this point. Opponent has land in hand, Reckless Charge. Oh, not flashing it back. I see. They had Reckless Charge as the last card in their hand. Oh, man. Good draw for our opponent. Double Reckless Charge onto it. Nice. Killing Gravedigger. And 2 to me. That's actually perfect for what we want. We can reattach Rancor to Twisted Abomination, and we get to kill Glacial Wall. We can block the Keldon Marauders. So we actually just win right now. This is perfect. That could not have gone better. Let that resolve. Deals damage to us. We kill this Glacial Wall. And opponent is dead. Awesome. Whew. So I made a pretty big mistake, but we did manage to recover. I should have gone for that Shaman of the Pack, and we would have been able to kill the Glacial Wall earlier. I don't know if we still would have been able to win until now anyways, but yeah, that was definitely a little mistake. You had heat here, too bad you couldn't use it. Oh. This deck was pure fire. Yeah, double Burning Vengeance is pretty sweet. Yeah, opponent's deck was quite strong. Double Burning Vengeance is really, really nasty. I'm not sure that I love Keldon Marauders in the deck, but everything else in the deck seems great. And there's lots of really good cards here. This is a very, very nice opponent. We have round 2 up and going. This hand is unfortunately not keepable. If I'd have to rip Running Lands to actually make this hand good. If we did, then the hand would be very good. But it's just not good enough right now, so we'll have to mulligan that. This one's dicey as well, but I think it's good enough. If we get a Forest, it's fine because of the Elvish Vanguard. And even without, we can still cycle the Twisted Illumination to play Scarblade, which isn't great, but I think that it's enough to keep it. Plains let me play Zealous Persecution. I guess that I'll keep it on top. I mean, there's no guarantee if I bottom it that I get an Elvish Vanguard. It does put me slightly closer. Like, I'll be 1 card closer to an Elvish Vanguard. So the thing is, I really do want to get Elvish Vanguard on turn 2. It's a big difference in this hand. But, yeah, I don't think that it's reasonable to really change it. We desperately need a Forest here. Okay, play the Vanguard and pass. I think I'm okay just leaving that for now. Our opponent's going to play Elves too, and that'll just make the Vanguard bigger and bigger. Maybe our opponent will be very nice and play a couple Elves pre-combat for our Vanguard to grow. Blood Artist. Ooh. Okay. I can kill that with the Persecution, so I'll let it resolve. Although that does mean that we're going to be losing a little bit more life that way too. Okay, let's Persecution. Now, the question is, do I double block Emperor Crocodile? I can block with Scarblade and Civic Wayfinder. Maybe that's acceptable. I really don't want to lose the Huntmaster. Yeah, I think this is fine. And we want to grow the Vanguard. We can play Lissalon Huntmaster next turn, then any elf that we get, like, puts 2 counters onto this. Trades it for the 2/2, sure. Play Huntmaster, get our tokens, and smack back for 5. Opponent has 4 cards in hand but didn't play anything. Feels pretty suspect, but I think I just attack. Wow, opponent did absolutely nothing, so we just hit them for 10. Seems pretty good. Hopefully we're not walking into, like, Toxic Deluge. Nope, looks like we're good. Alright, cool. Whew, made it out. That got real scary there for a minute. Blood Art. Feel like this is okay. Alright, well, this hand is, okay, I like this hand. It's a lot better than the last one. We've got Timberwatch Elf and 3 mana. Really hard to throw away a hand that has that. Bliss, I have Pilgrim's Eye to be able to search up the white for the pacifism. All of those things seem pretty good. Thornwheel Archer of their own. Sure. And Tragic Slip our Thornwheeled. Well, now we definitely need pacifism. We're just going to go Pilgrim's Eye to search for the white. We need some non-lands here. Plague Witch. Okay, that's actually really good against the Thornwheeled Archer. We need to, like, not throw away all of our land onto the battlefield so we can hold some, we can discard it and kill the Thornwheeled. So let's get a Plains. Opponent can't attack into Pilgrim's Eye with Thornwheeled, at least. Elephant Guide. Ew. Well, that makes Plague Witch a lot worse. Can chump block the 5/4. I think that we need to. 1 turn short. Opponent did only have 1 card in hand, so they're mostly top decking. pick off the Llanowar Elf now. Just thinking that they might have used it for like a 6-drop, so I could use it right now. Okay, Lissalana Scarblade with a Lissalana Scarblade in hand. We can go down to 2, which is scary. But then we have Timberwatch plus Lissalana, and that'll just kill the Thornwield Archer. I could alternately play both. Actually, if I play Lissalana... No, I don't even need to play both. This gets +1/+1 for each elf on the battlefield, including our opponents. This is already +4/+4, so I can already trade with Thornwield Archer. So yeah, we just play Scarblade, and... I wonder if I even play the second Scarblade. That's the question. That's the real question. Do I play Scarblade number 2, or do I just leave up Plague Witch? I feel like I probably want just as many elves down as possible. And I actually might want to keep Plague Witch alive over a Scarblade here. I don't need multiple Scarblades. Yeah, I can attack in with Plague Witch even. Okay, so get the Elephant Guide token. And we can attack with a... Well, let's attack with Scarblade here. Opponent can't really block, but we leave the Timberwatch Elf back up for the backswing. Because we also don't want to take 3. We just get to deal 1 damage. Torrent of Souls. Okay. Give their creatures +2/+0 in haste. Fair enough. I do get to kill the elephant. Thornwield Archer does stay alive, though. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so it's a 7/7 Plague Witch. I can Plague Witch down the Thornwield Archer next turn. Going to 3 sucks, but I think we're okay with it. Attack with both. And we'll pump the one that's unblocked. So now the opponent's just dead, because we just attack with everything, and whatever we have that's unblocked is enough to kill them. And opponent realizes that, and we win. Nice. Yeah, Timberwatch Elf is really absurd. The card is just stupid broken. And we're on to the finals. Nice deck. It's funny, I didn't think that this elf deck was that great, but man, Timberwatch Elf has really propelled it into the forefront. At least that game it did. There's been a few good cards that we've had. I've been surprised. Victimize has held its own when we managed to get it last time with the Shaman of the Pack and the Gravedigger. We managed to change some of those together against the Burning Vengeance deck, and that worked out very well. So this deck is a lot more powerful than I thought. I kind of like the Graveyard Elves version of this deck a little bit more than I thought I would. I think that I still like the heavier green version better, with a little bit more like Llanowar Elves for sure. That feels like it's missing from our deck. Same with like another Huntmaster and a couple of Vanguards or something, but I'm quite reasonably impressed with this deck. I think that Plague Witch is a lot better than everybody gives it credit for. I constantly see it go very, very late, and I'm not saying the card's incredible, but, I mean, look at that game. It was better than Lissalana Scarblade in most situations, which is pretty impressive. I mean, the card's just been good. Like, in a dedicated elf deck that, you know, Plague Witch is better than Lissalana Scarblade, even with an elf in hand, that's kind of weird. But in any case, we're on to round 3. Let's go. Okay, here for round 3, my opponent's offering a split. I would not do that because we're doing the video, so I'm just I'll say that I can, but only if we play the games. Alright, so our opponent and I have decided to split, but we are going to play out the games for everybody. So we've got a really good start here. We'll keep it. I mean, Wirewood Symbiote into Vanguard into Scarblade? Yeah, I can do that. Worst case scenario, we can use Wirewood Symbiote to just get a +1/+1 counter on Elvish Vanguard every turn. Seems good. Alright, so let's go Symbiote as mentioned. And 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, certainly not bad. Yeah, as much as I want to get Elvish Vanguard out, I think that we need to kill that Merfolk Looter a little bit more. By the way, Civic Wayfinder was probably the most perfect draw we could possibly get with Wirewood Symbiote and Elvish Vanguard in play. That's so good. Okay, opponent just leaves up a bunch of land. Oh, wow. This hand is getting really good. A little worried about attacking into this. They could have raised the alarm, so I'm just going to leave it back. And we're going to play Elvish Vanguard. We'll see what happens. Eye Blight's ending. Nothing I can do about that. Well, that was going to happen anyways. That's really unfortunate. Wirewood Symbiote was going to get really busted very quickly here for our opponent. Let's get Timberwatch Elf down, because that just adds the most power to the board, and we really don't need to search up like a Plains just yet. I'm still a little bit afraid of a Raise the Alarm, so I'm just going to wait. Make it a 6/6. Yeah, Timberwatch Elf is a real card. I have to say, Timberwatch Elf is a very real card. We can also Victimize to get back Wirewood Symbiote at some point, which would be very nice. I don't know what I want to Victimize, though. I guess Scarblade's the best option. Shoreline Ranger? Yeah, deal. Okay, Vanguard and Wayfinder. I'm wondering if I just let Wayfinder die, just so we can Victimize. Honestly, it seems kind of great. I really just want to be able to Victimize to get back Wirewood Symbiote and Wayfinder. Please block Wayfinder. I'll pump the Vanguard and let this die. That seems really wrong, but oh, I just want to do it so badly. Okay, we're gonna pump the Vanguard here. And let that Victimize happen. And yeah, this is probably a lot greedier than I need to be, but how can I possibly avoid this value? Look at this value train going. Get another counter. And get a swamp. So, like, draw a card. We can bounce the Civic Wayfinder and untap the Timberwatch Elf if we want. We can use this once a turn. I'm just going to wait for now. We can do that on our opponent's turn if necessary. They might even forget that we can do it on their turn. We can, like, untap Vanguard if they have some kind of haste creature or something. Or if they try and kill a creature by, you know, minus kind of thing. Phyrexian Ingester. Oh, that's unfortunate. I do get to return whatever they target, though, unless it's Wirewood Symbiote. Okay. So let's untap the Timberwatch, return the Elvish Vanguard, and just let them have the 3/3. So, Vanguard. Play the Dead Bridge. And I attack with Wayfinder and they have to block. How many elves do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So even if they block with both, then it just doesn't matter. Actually. And force them to chump both creatures. Yeah. Or it's 4. Yeah, sorry. It's not 5, sorry, it's 4. But it doesn't matter anyways, because I have to chump both of them. Both of these... Oof. Game 2. Our hand is significantly worse than Game 1. No creatures kind of forces us to mulligan this. I don't think that it's reasonable for us to keep a hand like this. We have no spells that we can play. Like, Victimize, we need 2 creatures in our graveyard, which we don't have. We don't have any creatures at all. And, I mean, we can't play either one of these, so... Opponent did also mulligan, so that's good news. Ooh. No forest now. Which is almost equally dicey. I do have the Deadbridge Shaman. We do get to scry. I think that I can keep this. We had to bottom anything that's not a land, so even Timberwatch Elf. Despite how much value that gets us if we just get a forest. I don't think that it's reasonable to keep anything else. Yeah. Would have actually worked out okay, because we'd still be able to play Timberwatch fairly early, but there's no way that I could know that. We'll get to shuffle our library anyways, so we might be able to put Timberwatch back on top anyways. Plague Witch? I think that we Plague Witch here. It's very possible that our opponent plays Merfolk Looter again, and I really want to be able to kill Merfolk Looter. I mean, I don't know that I want to trade any of these for Screeching Scob. I kind of just want to discard this land. I could play Shaman of the Pack, but like I said, I want to get Huntmaster down first. Maybe I just offer Wayfinder for it. It just seems so mediocre. I guess I don't need to be this aggressive. I can just wait. We can just play Lissalana and pass. We don't want to trade anything for a Screeching Scob that we can just get rid of next turn anyways. Silent Departure. Okay. Well, if we get one more land, then we can still do what we planned. Attacking us. Sure. I'm very confused by that, but seems good. Trade 2 damage for 3. I'm good with that. We'll just attack back. Down to 16. And we got Timberwatch Elf back. Oh, man. This deck is just firing on all cylinders. We've had some insanely hot draws. So let's play the Plains, leave up Plague Witch. Play Shaman of the Pack. Always yes and always yield. Hit our opponent for 5. Ow. And then play Wirewood Symbiote. And we can even shoot down the Screeching Scob, discarding Victimize. That's a little dicey. I might want to just discard the Deadbridge Shaman. If we discard the Deadbridge Shaman, and then we can attack in. We'll let Glacial Wall block 3 damage here, but we put them down to 6. And then Shaman of the Pack is just lethal next turn. All we have to do is bounce it with Wirewood Symbiote. That being said, it's possible our opponent has a board sweeper here, so we're not totally out of the woods, but wow, these last 2 games have been absolutely unreal. So good. Keep that value train a-going. I'm thinking that our opponent just doesn't have an out here. I mean, there are some board wipes in the format, but most of them are rare. There's not a lot that deals with this board that well. Even if they wipe our board, we Wirewood Symbiote back the Shaman, and then we can, like, Victimize and get back Lissalana and, like, Civic Wayfinder or Wirewood again, and just kind of keep chaining value together once more. So it's really not that bad for us. I mean, obviously I'd prefer if they didn't have it, but I don't think that it just wins the game necessarily. Eye Blight's ending. Okay, so we'll untap Lissalana and return Shaman. It doesn't really matter what we untap, but just need to have the Shaman of the Pack up. And game over. Wow. 8 packs, 2 QPs. We are splitting with our opponent, though, so we will give them 2 packs here. That was really, really sick. Our deck drew way hotter than I thought it would in those last games. Alright, well, this is a really, really good version of Full Force. We'll do another draft after this one. Keep doing some elves here. Thanks, everybody, for watching, though. It was a lot of fun to do this one. And I can't wait to see what we get in the next draft. And what do we have next? Another Vanguard or an Atlanta War Elves would be nice. I'm not expecting to get a Timberwatch Elf this late. Although you never know. I've been past some pretty late Elves in these drafts. Yeah, there's an Elvish Vanguard. That was really... Whoa. There's a Maze of it still here? Huh.